You're only a what if away from great winter holidays. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Stav, Abby and Matt.
Brisbane wakes up with Stav, Abby and Matt on B105.
Hello, podcasters.
Hello.
How are we?
We have Gold Logie winner, Lynette Granger, on the phone. From
Use
Home
her
and
real
Away.
name. Irene.
Irene.
Was she the first Irene? Was she the replacement Irene? No, which was the, remember?
There was only ever one Irene.
No, you're thinking about Pippa.
Pippa,
Yeah.
that's right.
There was multiple Pippas.
What have we done, Jace?
So just quickly, Lynn McGranger will not be on this podcast.
Oh.
She has her own separate
That's how
podcast because it
special
was
she
such
is.
a good chat.
Okie dokie.
There you
All
go.
right.
So tune into the other episode.
Well, then we'll
As
also
well.
have Kate Lambrook on this one.
No, not in this one. That's on its own separate one as well.
Pretty quick podcast today.
So just enjoy whatever is on this podcast.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can listen to the next two episodes, which are Lynn McGranger and
Whoa,
Kate Lambrook.
Jace made an exit there, didn't
Jace
you?
is carrying a guitar.
My guitar.
So for that, you get to sing us to the podcast.
What song?
Anything you want.
It's pretty good.
A Green Day, Time of Your Life.
Oh, God.
What?
Woke up this morning from the strangest dream. I was in the biggest army the world had ever seen, and we were marching as one on the road to the Holy Grail.
This one features Jay-Z. Let's hear the Jay-Z rap section.
Holy Grail, motherfucker!
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, wow, wow. All right.
You should have met some Beyonce in there or something.
Well, it's not country, Matthew.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, here is the podcast. Is that the one song you know how to play on guitar? Or
No,
do you
he's
know how to
good.
play
He's decent.
Oh.
He,
he's
he
better
only
than
knows
me.
one song on piano.
piano? That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
one
yeah.
song on piano.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I'll play you anything you want.
All right. Well, let's roll the podcast first.
I can't.
No, I don't do requests unless I'm asked.
Yeah.
Do you have a kid entrepreneur? This is your opportunity to brag. 13, 10, 60. Because they sometimes don't support them in the schoolyard. Because you can't run a business in a schoolyard.
Right.
Just remember that.
Right. Okay. Good. to know.
Usually it's
What?
a bit shady, the stuff that you're
I
dealing
think
with.
it's all shady
Is
if
this
you're collecting money. No, but
high school? Because we had a go-to guy at high school who had an older brother.
Yes.
You know, if there's someone's got the 18-year-old brother, you can usually get something
Right.
you need for the
Yes.
a couple of cruises for the party on the weekend.
Okay, sure. All right, you're telling a little bit too much. But my friend was telling a story that a kid was selling wafers that were coming all the way from Italy, special from the grandmother because she's Italian and she was sending these wafers, very expensive to be able to send them in packages, right? And then this child was individually selling them, like in a little 3 in very special packaging in the schoolyard for $2. Cleaning up. And as my friend is telling me this story, I said, do you know what? That's actually really smart of your son. Like, I'm impressed. And she said, so would have I been if he was the one selling, but my silly son was the one buying every time. So that's why she wasn't impressed. Ends up, she was speaking to the mum. They're not from Italy. They're actually black and gold ones that you could still buy for a pack of $1.50 for the whole pack.
Brilliant.
And individually wrapping them up. He went to a very expensive school and basically said, well, no one else is consuming the black and gold, so they wouldn't know.
Fair enough. Too.
He
Yeah.
had the Labubu of biscuits.
Yes, yeah. And my friend was so annoyed because she's like, why couldn't I have the smart one that did it? I had the one that was like, nah, Mum, you don't understand. They're not black and gold. They're really good. They taste totally different. To the point she had to get the 2 packets, gave them to him, and he goes, nah, not the same.
Well, that just shows what our brains are like when we've been told something,
Yeah,
right?
but one of my sons was like, oh, someone's selling lollies. They're really good. And I was like, you're going to get in trouble because the school shuts them down. You can't run a side business.
Well, one of your kids was dealing lollies.
No, he wanted to though. He's like, can you look if I can get a big pack and if I individually sell them? And then my husband sat down to do the numbers with him. And I was like, you can't do that. You can't even promote it, Scotty.
Well, he was just crunching the numbers. He was going to send the kids in to do the work.
That's it.
He wasn't.
He wasn't going to do it because then he goes, well, what about if we do it outside the school gates? I said, are you sitting down with your son working out how you can give lollies out at the school gate?
Yeah.
He goes,
In
no,
his-
when you put it like that.
In his speed dealer sunnies and no shoes.
But it is impressive when you get those kids that have, set up a stall of lemonade, made it themselves and collecting all the money.
Golf balls.
Yes. I'm like, they're the kids that are going places. But you don't want to give them those corrupt ideas. They've got to get it from
They got to find the corruption themselves.
You're saying that
Are they corrupt? I don't know that that's a corrupt idea. That's just business.
you can't wheel and deal in the schoolyard.
Well, that's just location. Everything else is
Yeah.
fine.
guess.
I mean, they're only annoyed because their tuck shop's taking a hit.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
That's true.
That's just the way it goes.
Your kids actually do an entrepreneur day?
Yeah, they have a festival at their school. You've got to pitch your stall to the school and everything.
That's how they stop the black market opening up.
Yeah, yeah.
Do they get a cut?
They do.
Oh,
well,
you're right.
They've got to give 20% to the school for charity. That goes to a charity on the day.
Okay, sure, yeah. Otherwise, that's really like the government, isn't it?
Yeah,
Let's tax that.
but it's all got to be stuff that you've made, kind of thing.
Right.
But Xander's got a little car cleaning business he's kicked off at the moment. Yeah, because he wants to buy a motorbike.
Oh, yeah.
So he's
how
saving-
much for a car?
Well, he was chatting to Luke, our next door neighbour, who's an electrician, and he taught him how to quote. So now he'll do up a quote for you, and then he charges you 5% on top for materials.
That's pretty good. Do you have to help, though?
No, I'm not
great.
helping.
Okay.
Not a chance.
See,
Yeah,
that's great.
So, and then he was telling me, he went and did his auntie's car, and he got his mate to help him. $40 was the car, and he paid his mate $10.
Right.
That's
good.
$30.
Yeah, because my kids just tell me about their friends doing it. Oh, he's cleaning bins and he's set up a newsletter. And I'm like, oh my God, why don't you do that? And he goes, yeah, can you do me up a newsletter? I'm like, no, that's not. You got to do it yourself.
Containers for change. A lot of them do that now.
Yeah. No, I'm all for if kids want to do it in the schoolyard, just do it till they stop
Tell
you.
you to stop you.
Yeah,
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
that's right.
Look at all these life lessons they're learning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos didn't check with anyone if he was allowed to start up Amazon. He just went and did it. And now look at him. He's on to his second wife and having a $6 billion wedding.
Do you have a future Jeff Bezos? 13 10 60. We'd love to hear from you.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Do you have an entrepreneur in your house, a little one who's got a side hustle? My friend and I was talking about this, and I was very impressed with the story that she was saying, because apparently this kid at the school has made thousands of dollars over the last couple of years selling these wafers. And I was like, geez, that's good. She goes, no, it wasn't my son. My son was the one that was buying them.
Her son's lost thousands of dollars buying these biscuits.
But schools don't like it.
No.
Well, it's on their grounds.
And they're not getting a
I'm
sweet
pretty
cut.
sure it's in their terms and conditions. Do not do it.
Hey, Chris, tell us about your little hustler.
Yeah, hi. So my son Jack, back in 2020, he was using the backyard to cut our neighbour's son's hair, and he just started doing a bit of YouTubing and learning how to cut hair. And so ever since Evolve's 5 years, we've turned our study into a barber shop.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive. So he's good at it.
Yeah, he's very good. Like, set up a business name and everything, and he's, he cuts quite a few. Sometimes on the school holidays, he could have 15, 20 kids a day.
I love
a
it.
day?
How much does he charge for a haircut?
Depends on the style.
Of course.
Like, it could be like, the fade and
What about
whatever.
a low taper fade for no?
Yeah, one of those, whatever.
Yeah.
So they're usually, I think it sort of starts from 15 or 20, and then 30 is probably the max.
You're right.
That's good.
Already learning the joys of not paying tax on the slide.
No. We didn't ask those details.
We've got an ABN. No, you've got an ABN.
Hey, look at him go. All right.
Yeah, very good.
Sandy in Pine Mountain. Do you have a little kid hustler?
Yes, I do. My son buys a bulk lot of rings from Temu for $20. 50 rings, and he sells them at school for $5 each.
Nice work.
And the amount of kids that buy them is unbelievable.
He's going to start in his own craze at his school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are the school cool with it?
No, I don't think they know. I think he just does it at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
On the sly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
it?
how the mafia got started. Jackie.
You're really not supporting these, are you?
It's a weird one though for the if they the school tells them to stop. You're like, this is economics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you've taught me this in maths.
No, this is my turf. You want my turf back? We're going
I
to
was
go to
just
war.
about to give 20% to the charity that the school wants to support, but no.
You've ruined that.
Guess I'll stop.
Jackie in Shayla Park, do you have a little kid hustler?
I do. I've got a 13-year-old boy who he buys things like multipacks of gum, and then he sells them out of his locker at school, making a slight markup, and it's very popular. There was Prime for a while, but apparently that's not so hot anymore.
No.
And he also recently, he's been trying to dabble in posting videos on YouTube, but recently he posted a video that went viral, and he made about $2,500.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's
And
pretty
potentially more, I guess, the more it gets viewed.
Yeah. The more it gets shared and viewed, the more money he makes.
There we go. Good on
Scared to
you.
ask what the viral, I mean, it's a decent video,
What
right?
happened in the video?
It was we went to a teppanyaki bar, and it was just some, a little snippet of a teppanyaki show.
They love that
Oh, that's
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
egg
never
on the
know what'll
face,
pop.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Melissa's there. Hi.
Hey, Melissa.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi. My kids, a couple of years ago, do you remember when the Prime drinks were a big fad?
Yes.
When they were in their
And,
prime.
Yeah, completely off the shelves. Well, prior to that, they had an uncle over in the States who sent across 6 bottles of Prime. So they were actually selling these at school for $25. Then they started to run out. So they thought, okay, what we might do is give them shots and charge them $4 a shot.
Brilliant.
So I got a call from the teachers, and that had to end very quickly.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you should have let them know that when you get shots, usually they're about $15 at a bar, so they probably could have made even more money.
Well, they actually smashed the whole tuck shop that day because everyone was lined up in front of their lockers instead of the tuck shop.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
I knew it would be the tuck shop. They're furious. Furious. Good on you, Mel.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Notice that my husband is getting our son to do his dirty work because he believes he's doing it better. Now, it just occurred to me when I got a phone call for a request for something, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a little bit strange. Why is my husband not asking? So what happened is they went in the morning, my eldest and hubby, at 7 a.m. for a game of football. And it was at Morningside because they're at Morningside Footy Club, right? But then my son has put his hand up to play as many games as possible. So then there was another game that he was playing at midday over the north side.
Right.
Don't ask me where, Stav, because it's north side. I get lost.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, that's a lot. Are you sure you want to play 2 games? And he's like, yes, 100%. And you know how I got a little bit upset that my son wasn't doing tennis because I was a tennis girl?
Yeah, you loved that.
Well, it was time with him, and now it's all time with his dad because I don't do the AFL because Scotty puts his hand up to be the runner.
Yep.
That's a scary job for me. I couldn't do that.
Why not?
Oh, the ball comes away and I run away. Running
Oh,
is...
trying to get out of the way.
Yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, what was the message again? Just too stressful. Too stressful for me to be.
Actually getting the water in the mouth. I've had that from a kid before.
Have you?
Next time, can you get the water in my mouth? I'm like, yes, sorry,
Yeah,
buddy.
sorry.
I'll
Do you
try
have
my
any
best.
of the mums being the runners?
Occasionally, you'll see some of the
Yeah.
mums. Mostly the dads, but
It's
there's a
mostly
mum.
dads
mum,
or assistant
you know,
coach
yeah.
as well. And you might not believe this, but I'm actually silent when I watch the kids play sport. I don't yell
Really?
out. Yeah, no, I'm
No?
not a yeller at all.
Is that because you're so busy in conversation with the person beside you?
Yes.
I love it when someone goes, by the way, your son just kicked a goal, and you're like, oh my God, well done. Good job. I don't know how to yell out correctly. I know that sounds silly, but some of the dads are yelling, go for the ball. And I felt like looking at them going, really? Is that what they do? The ball? Oh.
That'll help.
If only someone had told them.
We can't help it. It's just, we just get so involved in it.
Exactly. And he's so involved in it. So they went and played another game, and my husband also is still playing, even though he said he's probably not going to focus on his football. This season's probably not for me. Too many boys playing football, so I'll just be in the side. I was like, sure, no worries. So he's only missed 1 game this season. So, yeah, he's really focusing on it. And because they've had rain days, they're having catch-ups. So now it's every week that they're playing football. And my issue is with him playing, it's 4.5 hours for him to play because they're longer quarters. They obviously take longer to get ready.
And they need an hour for beers afterwards?
Exactly.
It's probably 2, but he says it's...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's it. And I was like, well, take up golf if you're going to take that long.
Oh, that's a day and a half.
Yeah, that's
right?
long. You take a tent.
Yeah.
It was just more that they'd gone the whole day. And I was like, well, Finny needs to come home. He needs to actually have a rest, do some homework, so you have to drop him off on the way. Now, Scotty's looking at the time and he goes, well, wait a minute, I can't make it. I won't make it for the hour pre-warm-up if I do that. So rather than him calling me when they're on the car phone, Finlay gave me a call. He's like, hey, I was thinking, I really do want to go and watch the game. Do you mind if we just go straight there? I was like, oh, really? And he goes, yeah, I just want to be able to support Dad and don't worry about it. I'll make sure that he only has one beer after. I'll get him wrapped up. And I was like, oh, my God, my son is now more responsible than my husband.
That was only a matter of time.
I know, right? And I was like, oh, if you really want to go. And he goes, yeah, no, just so you know, like, and we'll put sunscreen on. So he's running through all the things that annoys me. Make sure he's hydrated. And if he's not looking good on the field, like, I'll make sure he won't play a full game. And I was like, if you think that's best, Finny. And he goes, yeah. So then they went off and played the game.
But what did Scott bribe him with to make him do that?
I don't know. I think they're just buddy-buddy now. Yeah, they're just like support. And plus, I think he wanted to go there rather than doing homework. But it was more like I said no. So it was more like, well, you call Mum because she'll say yes to you where she wouldn't have said yes to me.
Fanny, go ask your mum if we can have Maccas.
Yeah.
See if she'll take some Maccas.
Even he got fed up by the end of it, though. So I get a call from Finn. He goes, oh, I don't even know where he is. He's taken too long in the shower. I don't even know if he's having beers or not. Have you got a roast on? I'm really sorry, Mum. I'm really sorry.
This didn't work out the way I thought it was going to.
He goes, oh, you don't hear? He's just talking. I don't know why it's so long. I was
You're
like,
a saint, Mum.
Yeah.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
So on Wednesday, right, the teachers are striking. That is the plan. And I've got to admit, I thought it was more like, are they threatening? And then they'll work it out.
Do we have to sign permission slips for them to do that? Do they send that email?
Oh, I mean, I've got so many friends who are teachers, so shout out. I love you all.
Me too, my sister's a teacher.
Yeah. She's at a private school though, right? Yeah, so she's not striking, but it's for the public schools. Which, they're not, are they?
No, they're not. I'm just not sure.
No, he's just not sure if she's at a private school.
Pretty sure she is.
Okay. She's a maths teacher, by the way. She's very smart.
I know that part.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just
That's
making
why
sure.
she got me the T-shirt, World's Okayest Brother.
Yeah. What I'm saying is I do support the teachers need to get pay rises. I do support that, but I'm confused about what I'm supposed to do with my kids now because the other ones go to a Catholic school, so that's fine. But the youngest one goes to a state school and I was like, okay, an email came through from the teacher that was kind of like, yes, the school was taking part of it. And I never say what school, but the school is taking part of it just so the principal doesn't email me. But the kids will still be looked after. And then when I went to a party on the weekend and we're all talking about what's happening, someone said, no, it's really rude to send your kids to school. And I went, oh, really? And they're like, yeah, she was saying don't send your kids to school. They're advised to. I said, yeah, but she's a teacher. But she's still sending her kids to school. And they're like, yes, because she's involved in the protest.
Right.
Right, so they're saying if you send your kids, you're sending the message that you don't support them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if you have no option? If
Then
you've,
I think
you've
it's
got
okay.
you've got to go to work
Then
as
you
well.
can.
Yeah. If you have no option, then yes.
I think it was because the teachers' union came out and said, don't send your kids.
Okay.
But then I always get confused about what's the right thing to do.
Surely you would notice that the teachers weren't there, though, if the kids were. That'd be a real strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't because you still need to look after them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they'll have to have
they were
someone
like,
there.
yeah, and then someone said to me, they're not going to be doing any lessons. It's just going to be babysitting. And I said, great.
Or if it's babysitting, we might go to lunch and get on the drink.
And then some of my friends are saying to their employer that it is hard because all the kids are at home. So they need to take the day off, but they're still sending their kids to school.
Well, no, if you don't show up Wednesday, well.
Yeah.
Look, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because we need the teachers.
Yes.
And I know what it's like to be home with my children, so I support anything that the teachers want to keep that going.
Then would you send them home? I know it's different because they go to a Catholic school, but would you?
I think we probably would.
Keep them home?
Well, we're lucky that Esther works from home and then I get home a bit earlier, so we're able to.
I mean...
But it really would depend on what... Like, if I was working later, I probably would send them. I don't know.
That's an option, I guess. I could ask Scott if all the kids could go to the work site.
Yeah.
And he could give them a lecture about dangerous things on a work site.
They'd love that.
If you are a teacher, can you help us out? 13 10 60. Like, what should we do? What exactly is happening on Wednesday?
Yeah. Because I think some of them are sending their kids and then they're going to protest. But I think it's more, is it rude?
Because I think the other thing that I read about it wasn't necessarily just over money. It was conditions that they want to change. You know, I
What
think
were the conditions?
I think, well, at the moment, you know, there's a lot of behavioural stuff that's going on. You know, youth crime or whatever.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think the teachers, they don't have a lot of power in what they can do to curb that. So, you know, if you've got children who need extra help and they're not getting that, it's very difficult.
They were saying that a lot of it can be unsafe.
Yeah.
You know, with some kids these days as well, and they're not getting the support for that. I know that my friend who teaches junior primary, the amount of money that she puts in of her own accord to be able to provide great lessons is huge as well.
Oh, it takes a special kind of person to take on that sort of profession.
So your daughter's staying home?
Yeah, she told us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she tell you they're striking for the week? 13 10 60. We've got some teachers calling through now. We'll get you on next. Stand by.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
The teachers are having a strike as pay disputes go about, and a lot of them are going to protest as a result. And it's very confusing because I've got emails from the school saying, you know, that they will be taking part of it, but the kids will still be able to be supervised. I was like, cool. But then other friends of mine who are teachers were saying, well, it's a bit rude to send them because then you're not supporting them. So I'm like, what do we do? What is the right thing to do?
So we've asked for teachers to call, and Mrs. Or maybe Miss Jeanette joins us now. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Look, I am a teacher assistant. I am in the private system, but I've got family in the public system. And I liken it to a bit like COVID. Teacher assistants took the reins during that time where essential workers sent their kids in. So it's kind of encouraged that if you just don't have any alternative whatsoever, of course, send them in. But teachers would appreciate if you can keep them home. And as far as, yes, it's not just about the pay. A family member in a public school here in Brisbane, majority of her day in Year 5 is spent disciplining children. And this is not just children kicking each other under the table. These are 10-year-olds having full-on fight, telling teachers to F off, walking out of the classroom. Like, it is becoming an absolute joke. And... like something's got to be done. So this March, I think, is more than just about the pay rise. It's about teachers are burning out. There's that many on stress leave, and it's getting beyond a joke.
Okay. I just got a text from my friend saying the same. She's like, it's just so hard because there's so many teachers away because they are burnt out and sick as a result, I guess, of not getting the support. So then the teachers that are going are doing even more work. We have... Anonymous.
Miss Anonymous. Anonymous on the phone. What do you think? Should we keep our kids at home if we can, Anonymous?
Look, I am a teacher in the public system, and it is appreciated for families, if they can, to keep their children home because it shows the government that the families are supporting us as well.
Yeah.
Because it is much more than, as your last caller said, it's much more than just about our pay. We are under a massive amount of stress, and we're trying to get our working conditions changed, and there's a lot more to it than just a pay rise.
What are the specifics? When you say the working conditions, what's the one main thing that you need to change?
Look, there's not one main thing. That would be way oversimplifying it. It is the entire system we need help. Yeah, look, we're really understaffed. No one wants to be a teacher anymore. Teachers are leaving in the droves. We have way too many kids in our class. We have an overcrowded curriculum. We have, as your last caller said, we have really violent, aggressive students, some of us. The aggression is not only directed at other children, it's directed at teachers, teacher aides, administrators. It's quite dire. It's a hard job. Most of us do it because we love it. And you know, you keep going because you love it and you love the kids and you care for your community, and we all have a lot to give, but there's only so much you can give. And
I'm surprised about how much funding's getting pulled back from schools.
Yeah, and with the Commonwealth Games, we've just been told by our principal that we're not going to get the funding we need for new resources because
Olympics,
of the,
You talk about the Olympics? Yeah.
The Olympic Games. So they're putting that as a priority above your children's education. You know, it's really not a good situation, and the teachers have really been forced to take a stand. None of us want to do that. There's lots of teachers that really are really heartbroken over the fact that they're going to leave families in this situation on Wednesday, but we feel like we've been backed into a corner.
Yeah, but
and
when
we
you
just
when you put it like that as well, I feel like we haven't. I mean, I personally haven't heard. I guess it put so well because you always hear just the union and then the other people saying, "Well, we've tried to, sort it out." So it's nice to hear from a personal point of view.
Nikki is on. You've been teaching for 30 years, Nikki. So you've seen a lot.
I have seen a lot, and in my 30-year career, I've only ever gone on strike once.
Right.
We've threatened a few times, and the government has always come to the table on it.
Yeah.
I think I just have to reiterate what those other ladies have said. My biggest concern is that we just don't have enough teachers anymore. I'm at a green leafy school, and I love my job. I have never, ever had a day where I haven't wanted to go. And we are combining classes because we cannot get teachers. And in those regional schools, they're putting kids in halls and are supervising them. And I just don't think people realise how dire the situation is.
Right.
Yeah, and to attract teachers going into the industry, you need to make it better conditions and more money as well to be able to, I guess, retain them as well and not have that burnout.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the pay is in there, but I think schools just need funding. We need enough money to get teachers offline to plan with their heads of curriculum to be able to provide a curriculum that is diverse for the many different needs that are in their classes.
Besides keeping the kids home on Wednesday, as parents, what can we do then? Obviously there's the behaviour one. Some parents probably need to step in and make sure their children aren't punching teachers. That's probably very important. But what can we do?
Very important.
What can we do at our level?
I think parents just need to really support schools. I think in my really, long-spanning career, we've gone from parents that really respected the profession and supported us in what we were trying to do, and we're always got the interests of kids at heart, whereas parents now see us as the bad guys, that makes it very, very difficult because a partnership is crucial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well said.
All right.
So keep them home if you can.
All right. That's Wednesday this week.
Yes. Cole's going to be very excited because he'll be coming in here.
I'm excited. I love it. It's fun when he comes in here.
All right.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you. But what is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
All right. Now, last week on the show, as usual, I brought something to the table and was mercilessly mocked and ridiculed.
No, we
about my beliefs.
we asked a bit more details, and you're like, I don't know, there's an alien coming.
Well,
he's used the word belief on us now. He's see where
you
he's
said fact before.
Religion.
And it's happening again. When I brought up the newly discovered object in our solar system, 3i Atlas, which is one of the very few objects to come from outside our solar system, and I mentioned a professor from Harvard, that's right, Harvard, Avi Loeb, who hypothesized that it could be intelligent and aliens, and they're coming in November, and get your stuff ready. In his words, if you've got a holiday booked after November, probably make it in October.
Do you feel nervous because you're trying to talk intelligently considering someone?
I'm trying, because I normally try to dumb it down for you guys. So.
Of course, yes. You just don't know how to do that.
I've got a very smart man from college to talk to you guys today about the aliens. His name is Dr. Avi Loeb, and he joins us now. Avi, can you talk to us about this thing and maybe explain it in layman's terms for these two?
Well, thanks for having me. Are we alone is the most romantic question in science. One reason I seek intelligence in interstellar space is because I don't often find it here on Earth.
A professor with a sense of humour. I like it.
Is it? You're saying it is a spaceship and it is going to come to Earth with aliens?
Well, okay. I'm not saying it's a spaceship. I'm just saying its path, its trajectory is very unusual. It's aligned with the orbit of the Earth around the Sun, and the chance of that happening is 1 in 500. It's very small. And also, the arrival time is such that it will pass very close to Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. And the chance of that happening is 1 in 20,000.
Right.
And then it arrives closest to the sun when the Earth is on the opposite side. So we won't be able to see what it's doing when it gets close to the sun, and that's the time when it can potentially break, by using the sun's gravity. But I'm not saying it's technological. I'm saying we should keep our eyes on the ball and watch it.
If it does turn out to be extraterrestrial, and of course it is just a hypothesis and up in the air at this stage, what would you say are the chances of it being malign or benign?
I think we should be careful in interpreting what the goal is, because sometimes it looks as if it's a very friendly visitor, but it may be a Trojan horse. And so I think we often talk about existential threats from artificial intelligence, from climate change, from an asteroid impact. We don't often discuss alien tech and as an existential threat. And I think there should be an organization that is international, because the aliens do not care how we split the territories on this rock that we have. And if it looks as if something is technological, there would be policy that needs to be decided how to respond to that. And there should be psychologists that transmit the message to the public without creating panic. That's important.
Oh, well, no, he likes the panic. That's what he tries to do. But can I ask, with your research, there must be some sense that you're using AI yourself to be able to make, I guess, a lot of theories come about.
Not at all. I don't use AI.
Damn it.
at all.
I was hoping. It's just because this guy over here, he hates AI, and I'm trying to get, if someone he respects is using it to some degree, I thought maybe he would.
I should say that we might, if we encounter extraterrestrials, it might be in the form of, an AI system that was created by them. It might be just purely technological. And in that case, we might use our own AI to interpret what their AI is trying to do, because there might be some kinship between the two AI systems.
Okay. Well, I guess what date? Are we going to know whether you're right or wrong?
Yeah, I think within a month or two, we'll definitely know whether it's a comet, because as it gets closer to the sun,
you can see
if it's a comet, then it would lose, things will evaporate from its surface and create a coma, a cloud of dust and gas. And that would be very clear because it reflects sunlight. And in that case, you can sleep well at night if it looks like a natural object.
All right.
Do you have, because we've always been talking about, I guess, what the government knows that they haven't been telling us. Do you have theories or...
Well, I actually gave a briefing to the U.S. Congress on May 1st. They should, if they have anything within government, they should share it with scientists like myself, and we can help them figure it out. And they are fully concerned about adversarial nations, sending gadgets that they don't identify. But if it looks like it's not human-made and they have it, I would love to see it.
Yeah. Show us the list, guys. Show us the list. All right, Avi, thank you so much for your time.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to speak with you down under.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Our house...
in the middle of your street.
Yes, is a very, very, very fine house. We've gone old school, and it was something that made me obviously relive our childhood of the age that we are, and that is the fact that our dishwasher has broken and it is not working, and we're about to do some renovations at our house and get the floors redone, which means the dishwasher needs to come out anyway. And I thought, well, I'm not going to replace it because I'm going to have to buy a new one and put it in there after the floors. So we are hand washing everything at the moment.
It's funny you say that. I was doing that last week too.
Were you?
Yeah, dishwasher broke too.
I love it.
Well, I realise the dishwasher has stolen from us like 15, 20 minutes of time where you actually stop and you talk and have some of the greatest arguments with your siblings that you've ever had in your life.
Yes.
Washing the dishes is kind of like maybe my version of mowing the lawn.
Yeah,
I
because,
enjoyed it too.
Well, I like the hot water as well. But see, we didn't have a dishwasher growing up, and is that what you said?
Yeah,
you
we didn't have one either.
So then when I moved into a shared house, I used to always wash the dishes. And they're like, there is a dishwasher there.
And you
I was
enjoy
like, do you know that it's just as much time to stack the dishwasher and then unstack it when I can just get it done?
Yeah.
So I was the dishwasher.
Do you dry and put away though?
Oh, see, no, so I have to
Someone else
rinse.
does. Yeah.
No, I put them to dry naturally.
Yeah.
Right. See,
Yeah.
Esther and I, we've been doing the old school 2 people,
Yeah.
1 washes, 1 dries. Even we're arguing over whose turn it is to do the washing and whose turn it is to
The
do the
washing's
drying.
far better than the
course,
drying.
no one
although
wants
the
to dry.
dryer also gets the opportunity to.
Do the, that's exactly right.
And then I was like, oh my God, I've lost that
Tea-towel
skill.
fleet.
It's always better when it's just wet at the tip.
See,
Always.
yeah, that's what
Always.
Esther was saying.
Yeah.
He said, get it
Which
wet at the
is
tip
true.
next
Because
time.
it's a little bit more stingy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even so, like Esther and I, it's like we're siblings fighting because I'm trying to dry them as quick as I possibly
Yeah.
can. So I'm like, oh, hurry up. You're so slow.
You've still got
so
the suds
slow.
on it. You haven't rinsed it.
Seriously, just hurry up.
Tom Gleason does a great bit in his stand-up about how, because you know how the dishwashers will say, rinse the dishes. He's like, no, that's your job. I'm not doing your job for you. In fact, I'm leaving this one with lasagna on it out for a day,
See,
and then you have to get it off.
I know, you got to rinse
rinse
it.
it.
I can't even. If you've seen Stav stack a dishwasher,
I've seen it,
it's
yeah.
the most uncomfortable. But it gets them clean. No, it doesn't.
It does.
Well, it doesn't, because what happened to your dishwasher? Packed up, retired, said no way.
What, when it went on strike.
Yeah, 100%. Is that what happened?
Feed
And
me
you
all
was
that
like,
rubbish.
please don't put me in that house. I've heard about it. He just throws it in. There's no order.
We did have trouble getting one.
Getting another one. They will refuse to come to your place. But it's just, it was funny because, like, that's one of the things, and obviously when you talk with technology changing or whatever, it was that one thing that you would argue about every single night. Even when Esther and I were doing the dishes last night, she was like, this is ridiculous that we're even doing it. She goes, my mother never washed the dish growing up.
You got 2 kids. What are you doing it for?
That's what I was like.
Yeah.
We are the chumps. They're in their bedrooms chilling out. I'm like, why are we doing this? Back in the day, it was like, go and do it.
So you're going to try and get them to do it? No, because they
that
won't
would-
do it properly.
Of course. And then it'd take longer to fight with them.
Yeah.
But it would be the same. I remember it. We would finish dinner.
Yeah.
Dad would pick up the newspaper, go and have a poo and a cigarette in the toilet, and then me and my sisters would do the dishes. And then we'd fight most of the time. Mum would come in, we'd get in trouble, something to get broken.
Isn't it funny about the stuff that you hated the most? Now you're reminiscing
I know.
about those fun times.
I was like, it was the best. Actually,
I still remember when we used to all take our laundry down to the river and
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Get stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't. You know what you should do? Because you always have like a roast at your house, just for fun time again. Get your sisters over and you do the dishes again. See how fun that is. Because you're romanticising because it's with your wife and you get to hang out.
Of course.
But if your 2 sisters were doing it again.
the other thing it dawned on me, I was like, because we used to fight heaps, me and my sisters. It's like, there we were with big giant knives as well.
Nah.
We'd be like having an argument. Mum would be like, clean the knives.
Yeah.
No, no.
No, now I'm always like,
No, don't touch the knives, you little psychopaths.
Yeah.
How many times did you get stabbed?
Like 1 1/4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Yesterday we got a message from Malia's mum, Julie, and if you haven't heard about Malia's story, this happened back in April. Malia is a local mum of 2 who at the age of 21 battled and beat brain cancer.
Her first big seizure was a few weeks before we got married. It really did stop us in our tracks.
She defied the odds, built a beautiful life with her husband and her 2 kids, but now the cancer has returned aggressively.
She's an incredible woman. She's unstoppable. She's an amazing woman and, wonderful.
With just 6 months given by doctors, this family faces an impossible choice. Spend their savings on experimental treatment or renovate their home so the kids have a safe place to grow up after she's gone.
We want to have the house completed for her and her family to be able to enjoy.
Come on in. We want to show you what all of Brisbane has done for you.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God.
That does look like a hotel.
Holy
That is next level.
How you feeling?
Speechless.
That's understandable.
I can't believe it.
This is your house.
You sure?
Yeah, I am sure. Unless we got the wrong house and we've just renovated the wrong one.
Will people be allowed to eat and drink on these couches?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
You guys have just blown me away, and everybody involved, every single person. I don't have words.
So this came about because Julie messaged us to help renovate the home, to give her some peace, and as they tried experimental treatment, and Julie sent a message yesterday that sadly Malia had passed away. And she just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone here at B105 and also mainly to everyone that actually helped out to renovate the home. She said in a text message saying that all the people that have helped out have truly made a difference to her and the family and gave Malia peace of mind. She said she spent her last afternoon out the back veranda watching the kids play, and I know that it meant so much to her. Your kindness and generosity shown to us has been an absolutely beautiful thing. Thank you.
Such a beautiful family.
Yeah.
And I think that time when everyone was building that house together was, I think, so joyous for so many people, not just for the family, but I think I know a lot of the conversations we had with people were just grateful to be a part of something that was bigger than themselves in helping a young family like that.
To get the renovation done, you're so right. Like, you know, the amount of times you were digging holes, and I know that it meant a lot to you, you know what I mean, having lost your father, having those people sort of all come together. And I think it was an opportunity for people to be able to, you know, heal themselves and, you know, hopefully just be able to give them that time together as a family. So we're sorry that, passing on the news, but just want to say thank you to every single person that helped out as this family now navigates their next step of what their life looks like without Malia.
So thank you to everyone who did get involved, and all of our prayers go to that beautiful family as well.
Stav, Abby and Matt.
Hey, Alpha Bucks, tomorrow your chance to win $50,000, 6, 7 and 8. Hit us with some of the answers, Stuart.
Alrighty, Matthew. 6 a.m. it's H. Some of your answers are hair, Hunger Games and helicopter. 7 a.m. it's W. Some of your answers are Woody, Wallaby and Whisk. And at 8 a.m. it's A, and some of your answers are Andy Murray, Amy Schumer, and Albert Einstein. All the names in the 8 o'clock hour.
Right, I see you tomorrow. Bye.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.